Welcome to the video that's going to eliminate your burnout issues without having you to sacrifice the work which will help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve. When it comes to burnout, we all know that it's something that is sort of romanticized by a lot of entrepreneurs who want to hustle 24/7 and just grind. Burnout is actually not a good thing. It is something that will make your life feel like hell and also affect your business or your career from growing to the level that you want it to be at. Elite entrepreneurs such as Sam Ovens and Richard Branson have talked about their struggles with burnout and how overcoming it led to their level of success that they are right now. 52% of entrepreneurs report burnout at least once in their life, but I'd actually argue that this statistic should be a bit higher because some entrepreneurs just don't admit that they're being burnt out. Along with this, chronic stress increases error rates by up to 50%. Just think about that for a second. If you're burnt out, you're going to make the wrong decisions in your business. Your business isn't going to grow because of those wrong decisions, which will end up burning you out even more. So it's just an endless cycle of burnout, leading to failure, leading to burnout. So let's look at how you can solve this endless cycle once and for all. In order to do that, though, we have to look at the neuroscience behind why burnout even exists in the first place. It is simply the result of stress being greater than your level of recovery. It leads to chronic overload, which builds allostatic strain. It also results in an excess of cortisol, which leads to burnout because you're not recovering from these issues. And let's just not waste any more time. Let's get on to the part which you've been waiting for. System number 1 is setting effective boundaries. Okay? When it comes to an on and off switch, think about it. Is there any point in the switch which is 50% on, 50% off? No. It's either completely on or completely off. This is the exact way that you should be operating at as an entrepreneur. Set clear start and stop rules. If you're working, be 100% focused on work. If you're spending time with your family, be 100% focused on that. That is exactly how you set effective boundaries. And the reason this works so well is because it reduces cognitive load, which leads to chronic stress. It prevents spillover stress, which is the psychological phenomena where stress from one area of your life spills onto the next area. So let's say a conflict in business leads to you being more aggressive to your family, which is something that you just don't want to happen. And rest becomes predictable, not random. Now, the founders that I've worked with often report high levels of stress because they're constantly multitasking and half working. They're not fully focused. They're just merging different things and it's all just a mess up in their head. But a lack of boundaries doubles the rate of emotional exhaustion according to the Journal of Applied Psychology. So it is so damn important to set these effective boundaries, not only for your life but also for your business. Which leads on very well to the point number 2, serious active recovery. Now, most of us have a flawed idea of what recovery is. It is not doom scrolling Instagram reels or binging Netflix videos. It should be structured and something that actually makes sense from a physiological point of view. Movement, sunlight in nature, low intensity exercise, breath work, these are things which actually reset your stress system. There are many other activities, but these 4 are just a few examples that I've put. And when it comes to breath work, by the way, my favorite exercises are the 4-7-8 breathing technique and box breathing. You already know you need to rest. You struggle with either not knowing how to rest or not taking rest seriously enough. Now that both of these issues are something that you can solve right now, go ahead and take your recovery seriously and use the examples given or stuff that you've planned on doing for so long and take your active recovery seriously. Finally comes reframing stress. This is a bit of a more psychological one. Your stress mindset changes your psychological and physiological response to that stress. Okay, so let's say two entrepreneurs are facing the exact same amount of stress in their life and business. one of them is going to succeed while one does not. And the reason is because one of them believes that stress is dangerous, while the other one believes that stress is challenge and allows you to adapt to become the person that you want to be. You need to be incorporating a healthy level of eustress into your life. And eustress is essentially stress which is interpreted as being psychologically beneficial. Stuff that challenges you and gives you that sense of growth. So think about it, okay? Stress isn't objective. It is fully something that you perceive. I'm not telling you that stress does not exist, but you can change the way that you perceive it. A study was actually done which showed that reframing the way that you think about stress improves performance by 23%. A 23% increase in performance might not sound that much, but all you have to do is change the way that you think about it, which is really simple. And yeah, as a quick side note, this does not mean you should stress yourself out 24/7. That will lead to burnout. When it gets too much, prevent it before it becomes a bigger issue using the two previous strategies that we discussed before. Find that sweet spot between where stress is something that you look forward to but not something that you chase. That is where peak performance lies. Now that we're done discussing the three strategies, before you click off, let's just summarize this by saying that burnout is, if we had to put it into an equation, burnout equals no boundaries plus no recovery plus a threat-based stress mindset. If you fix those three, peak performance will become effortless and natural without having to burn you out or require so much effort on your side. Thank you so much for taking the time for watching this video. If you are an entrepreneur who wants to triple your daily output, solve procrastination, overwhelm, or burnout from the inside out, and scale your business to your desired revenue fast, book a quick chat with me, link in the description, in order to discuss a possible solution or a system which can help you do these goals. I'll see you there if you do book a chat. If not, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.